Let's invite into the conversation here on NewsX very shortly the Governor of Bengal, Dr. Ananda Bose, is going to be joining us on the telecast to have a conversation regarding, of course, serious developments that have been taking place in the state of Bengal, which we are all privy to, of which a lot of now conversation now needs to be directed into action. Honorable Governor, thank you very much for taking out your time and joining us here on NewsX. I'm Rishabh in the studio. Thanks for your time, sir. Governor Bose, you've met the family of the victim yesterday. What were the primary concerns that they expressed to you?
Yes, I met the father and mother of the dear departed. Naturally, they are filled with grief, shock. They are ordinary people whose sentiments have been hurt. They lost their dear child. That is something which we should approach a lot of empathy, particularly the pangs felt by the mother. That is something which should melt anyone who has sensibilities within him. They are kept off from what is happening around. They do not know what is happening. They know that the CBI is investigating. Beyond that, they don't know anything. That is a situation which we can understand. They are left alone. There are no complaints about anybody. They just want to know the truth. What happened to their daughter? How did it happen? Who is behind it? Why did they do it? They want to be informed. That's all that they want to tell me.
Governor, have you spoken to Chief Minister Banerjee regarding this case?
After meeting the parents, I don't use the word spoken, I communicated. I sent a letter in a sealed cover to the Chief Minister, the content of which should remain confidential till she reveals it if she chooses to do so. Beyond that, I don't want to comment on that right at the moment.
Okay, fair enough. I appreciate the protocol, sir, but there is also an urgent matter regarding the doctors, sir, across the country, not just in Bengal, but starting in Bengal, who are agitating. They're on strike. They're very upset. What do we do to address their concerns, sir? What can we do to reach out to them?
We will tackle it the way it should. The highlight of this is that the Supreme Court of India is apprised of the issue, and the Supreme Court is intervening in a very positive and proactive manner. We should obey the orders of the Supreme Court in letter and spirit. Once that is done, I am sure a way can be found out to meet this impasse. As governor, you know, the Constitution is all important. There are many options given in the Constitution of India. These options are there, but it's a policy decision. Of that, as governor, it is not appropriate for me to comment on it now in the public domain.
Fair enough. I appreciate your care and caution regarding protocol for obvious reasons, and I appreciate and value it, sir. But I have to ask you, as a human being, sir, as a person, you know, you have been in the Indian Administrative Service. You're a graduate of BITS Pilani. You're an engineer, an IS officer, and now you're a governor. When you saw the vandalization that took place in the hospital, how did you feel, sir?
Vandals and scandals are spoiling this peace and quiet of Bengal. About a ghastly incident, that is murder most foul. Yes, nobody can withstand. You know, even in the animal world, animals kill each other only to satisfy the hunger. This is one state where I see, in the present dispensation, killing is done for the sake of entertainment. You know, the two cancerous growths that are eating into the vitals of Bengal society now are, number one, violence, number two, corruption. Both these are reflected in the law enforcement agency, the police. I compliment the police for their efficiency, but a portion, underline a portion or a section of the Kolkata police have been criminalized. Another section has been politicized, and a good number are corrupt. This does not bring credit to anyone down the line. This malady has to be addressed. It's a square issue, squarely drawn. People are waiting. Where is the action? Government should give action, not inaction, not an alibi for inaction. People are fed up of this. You know, this Aegean stable has to be cleansed. That's a Herculean affair. But now, the entire society has risen in revolt. And the Supreme Court of India, the apex court, is there to guard justice. I'm sure the denouement will come, poetic justice will take place, Bengal will be cleansed. You know, the darkest hour is the hour before dawn. This is the darkest hour for Bengal. Dawn is going to be there. Tamasoma, Jyotirgamaya, let's hope.
Okay, I know our time is limited, sir, but I have two further questions. In a concrete, practical step, Governor, should we get the best psychologists, psychiatrists, law enforcement experts to do a profiling of why these kind of criminals act, and how do we then train our teams, our law enforcement in dealing with them? Should we do a large scale study in this country, sir?
That's an excellent suggestion. Excellent suggestion. This issue has to be tackled with all the seriousness it deserves. This problem has to be solved. For every problem there is a solution. We have to find the right solution. In Bengal, what happens is, you know, some rulers, they try to solve problems. Others try to find problems and solutions. Unfortunately, the second one is what is prevailing in Bengal now. We have to put our heads together, the entire society, the legal system, the constitution. We have to put our heads together and speak and think for the people. They want justice, give them justice. They want peace and harmony, give them peace and harmony. They have a right to live. Enforce that. The right to live is a fundamental right. Is it what is happening in Bengal now? Where innocents are much butchered. Yes, the massacre of innocents. That is going on in Bengal. I have been watching it for the last 20 months ever since I took over. During the Panchayat elections, afterwards, during the general elections, murder most foul is taking place. There is nobody to guard. The question is, who is here to guard the guardians and custody the custodians? That is a malady which is prevailing in Bengal society today. We have to find a way out.
Okay.
We will find a way out.
My last question, sir, as I mentioned to viewers watching this broadcast, Dr. Bose is an engineer. He's a graduate of BITS Pilani. He's been an IS officer before becoming governor. What administrative reform can we do in these hospitals to make them safer, sir?
There is quite a lot that can be done. I have given a 20-point suggestion. First, to my constitutional colleague, the Chief Minister, and now to all those concerned in the public domain. I am also in discussion with the doctors, the educationists, public men, opinion leaders, particularly women, and more important, the transgenders and those neglected sections of society. I have some opinions about this. Certainly we have to find a way out. We cannot leave the system to rot as it is. There is a way out. In the other countries also there are best practices. Let us also learn from the best practices in other places. Let us have our own system where we can streamline hospital administration with a focus on healthcare and also for security of the personnel.
Okay. Honorable Governor, appreciate your time for joining us here on NewsX. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.